arithmetic progressions. Let me present the screen and continue the lesson. Yeah. Still people are joining. Okay. I think you are looking at my screen now. Are you looking at my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
sir.
good. That's good. My computer screen you are all
Yes,
looking
sir.
at. Now we'll have a slideshow from the beginning. This is arithmetic progressions number, I think it is fifth lesson, fifth session today. So somebody's mic is still on. Mute that. Okay. Now, today, children, let us start the class with a story. You can all see a mathematician, Carl Friedrich Gauss, on the screen. He is called the Prince of Mathematics. Prince of Mathematics. One among three all-time great mathematicians, Newton, Archimedes, and he himself, Gauss. So he found the fundamental theorem of arithmetic and summing up of terms of an AP. You might see his photograph, you can see his picture in the first lesson where we learned about fundamental theorem of arithmetic. As a boy, as a very young boy of 10 years, he showed extraordinary skills in mathematics. I will tell you one anecdote, a story about him, about Friedrich Gauss. It goes like this. One day what happened, of course he was born in 1777 and at a very young age he showed very good, very mathematical talents. While in the elementary school, Gauss confounded his teacher by observing a pattern that enabled him to avoid decidedly tedious calculation. What was that? Gauss' teacher had asked the class to add together all the numbers from 1 to 100, 1 to 100 whole numbers. Teacher thought that this particular work would keep the students occupied and he would do something else because he was tired of taking many classes that day. But it was unfortunate for him. Gauss quickly spotted the following shortcut to the solution and he came up with the solution very quickly. What was that? Teacher asked him to add whole numbers from 1 to 100. So he wrote down the sum twice, once in ascending order and then in descending order like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 100. Then he wrote in reverse, 100, 99, 98 plus up to 1. Then he added the sums column by column like this. First column 100, 1 plus 100, 101, 2 plus 99, 101, 3 plus 99, 101, and again there are many numbers in between. He left, of course, last 101 again 101, 101. So how many 101s are there, he thought. It is exactly 100 copies are there because 100 columns are there, 1, 2, 3, etc. 100 columns. Here also 100 columns but in reverse order. But therefore each copy is of number 101. Therefore the sum is 100 times of 101, that is 10,100. But he wanted only half of it because twice he added the numbers. Therefore he divided. Okay, let me go back and check this one. Right. Now, so twice he added, therefore he divided by 2 to obtain the answer his teacher was looking for, that is 50-50. Okay. Now this is what exactly he did. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, 97, 98, 99, 100 up to 100 he wrote, and then he wrote in reverse order. And then each column he added, every column has given the same sum 101. Here these first two columns he expressed the sum as s. So s plus s, 2s, 2 times of the sum he was taking, and that is, see, for example, if you take 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 5 times, instead of adding 3 plus 3 6, 6 plus 3 9, 9 plus 3 12, 9 12 plus 3 15, we say 3 5s are 15, we say. Simple. Similarly, here 100, 101s are there, therefore 100 into 101, that is 10100 is the sum. But he wanted only one sum, not both. So he divided this by 2 to get 50-50. And this is the principle he used to find the sum of first n terms of an AP, a plus d, a plus 2d, up to a plus n minus 1 into d. These are the terms in an AP, n terms, and he added in the same way. Once he wrote in ascending order, then he wrote in descending order, he added and he got the same sums, and he divided the sum and he got this particular expression as sum of n terms of an AP. So sum of n terms of an AP is precisely given as Sn. Actually, Sn equal to n by 2 plus 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So Sn, actually it is Sn equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d, all in brackets. Now this is what exactly we are going to use for doing the problems in the next exercise 5 point, or is it 5 point? 5.3. 5.3. Now, did you all understand this concept, what Gauss used? Is it not? So he surprised, he surprised his teacher by doing the problem within a very short time, 1 minute or 2 minutes maximum, I think. And getting that idea at the age of 9 years is something great. Okay, right. Now if you want, you can see this once again on this one, slides here. Exercise we start, exercise 5.2. Is it 5.2 or 5.3? 5.3, I think. Okay, let it be. Exercise 5. Exercise number is not a problem. So this is what we just learned. Sn equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Now 5.3, we will take it as 5.3. The first question. In an AP, the terms are given as, the first term is 2, second term is 7, next is 12, and 10 terms sum we have to find. This is the first question. So here, first term a is 2, and the common difference d equal to 7 minus 2, a2 minus a1, that is 5, and number of terms is given as 10. So let us write the formula, n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Then that is 10, here n is 10, so 10 by 2 into 2 into a is 2, n minus 1 again 10 minus 1, d is 5. So we simply substituted the values we have here, and of course simplification only now. 10 by 2, that is 5, multiplied by 2 2s are 4, plus 10 into 10 minus 1 9 into 5. So 5 into 4 plus 45, 5 into 49, and the answer is 245. So using this formula, very easily we can calculate sum of first n terms of an arithmetic progression. Now we will see exercise 5.3. All of you think that is exercise 5.3. Number is of course put wrongly, no problem. Now 5.3, first question, second one we will see. Shall we move on to the second question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And the second question is this. given AP is minus 37, minus 33, minus 29 and up to 12 terms. We have to find that sum up to 12 terms. So here A equal to minus 37, D is minus 33 minus of minus 37, that is minus 33 plus 37, it is 4, and N equal to 12. Now Sn formula we write again and substitute the values we have here. S equal to N value is 12, so 12 by 2, then it is 2 into minus 37 because A is minus 37, we substituted for A, N again 12 minus 1, D again 4 here. So 12 by 2 is 6 multiplied by 2 37s are 74 minus 74 of course plus 11 into 4. Right. Now next step, 6 multiplied by minus 74 plus 11 further 44. 44 and minus 74 is minus 30. So 6 into minus 30 will be giving us minus 180. Minus 180 is the answer. You can take a note of this one.
Yes, sir.
Santosh finished? Santosh, have you finished it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we will move on to the next one. Here goes the third one now. In the third one, we need to find the sum of first 100 terms in the AP, 0.6, 1.7, 2.8, etc. up to 100 terms we have to find the sum. So here what is A? A equal to 0.6 and D equal to 1.7 minus 0.6, that is 1.1, and N equal to 100. N equal to 100. Then Sn formula I wrote here. Then Sn equal to N by 2, 100 by 2 multiplied by 2 into 0.6 plus 100 minus 1 into 1.1. Simple. 100 by 2 is 50. 0.6 into 2, that is 1.2. 100 minus 1, 99 into 1.1, that will be 11 9s are 99, 9, 11 9s are 99 plus 9, 108, but because of this point here we will get a point. So it is 1.2 plus 108.9. So when we add these two, we will get 110.1. So 50 into 110.1 is 10, you keep it aside, and it is nothing but 5 into 10. When you multiply a decimal with one decimal place by 10, the decimal place, that decimal will become a whole number. So forget about the point here as well as the 0 here. So just multiply this number by 5. 5 ones are 5, 5 zeros, 5 ones, 5 ones, 5 5. So 5505 is the answer. Okay, so we will stop here for today.